I heard the roar of my brother's voice before I saw him. In an instant, I was slammed against the warm concrete of Third Mainland Bridge, my heart pounding like a drumbeat in my chest. 7 shadows loomed. Brandon, Derek, Marcus, Elijah, Anthony, Joshua, and even little Nathan. Each face twisted in fierce protectiveness. They hadn't let me breathe since I turned 18. Now they were ready to test the stranger who dared whisper my name. I clenched my fists, tasting salt on my lips, knowing that tonight I'd be forced to choose between following my brother's iron will or chasing the wild hope of love.
Alakaztra Fairy Folktales.
My name is Tanya, and I'm the only daughter in a family of 7 brothers. We live in a bustling compound in Surulera, where my mother's akara sizzles every morning and the scent of jollof rice lingers through open windows. My brothers rule our home like royal guards. Brandon, the eldest, merciless and wise. Derek, the peacemaker. Marcus, quick as lightning. Elijah, thoughtful. Anthony, sweet but fierce. Joshua, silent. And Nathan, my youngest shadow. Dating was forbidden. Too many stories of heartbreak and betrayal, they said. Yet my heart ached to taste the thrill of being more than their little sister. It all started at Stella's birthday mixer, held in a candlelit rooftop lounge overlooking the Lagos Lagoon. I wore a blue dress my mother fussed over, and Jason walked in like he owned the night. His smile was easy, his voice low and warm. And when he offered me a drink, my pulse skipped. "Hey, I'm Tanya," I said, extending my hand. He gripped it gently, his dark eyes holding mine. "Jason, I've heard a lot about you," he teased, his tone playful as he beckoned me onto the dance floor. Spinning under the glow of fairy lights, I felt a spark. Dangerous. Irresistible. From the first moment I stepped into his world, Jason carried secrets in his eyes. He arrived late, his shoes scuffed as if he'd rushed through dusty alleyways. He spoke of his job in the shipping yards near Apapa, then fell silent when I asked about his family. I caught him hiding a battered leather notebook under his jacket, the edges frayed with use. I brushed it off as mystery, not realizing these small oddities were breadcrumbs leading to a life my brothers would see as threat enough to strip him of his dignity. When I tried to tell them about Jason, they scoffed. "No strange boy will steal our sister's heart," Brandon said one evening, slamming his palm on the kitchen table. Derek searched my phone for messages. Marcus offered to teach him a lesson if he showed up at our gate. Each time I protested, my voice shrank under their stern gazes. Still, I couldn't forget the way Jason's laughter made my soul lift, or the way he pressed a single white rose into my palm as he whispered, "I'd climb any wall to see you smile." So I lied. I slipped out past Joshua's post at the gate and met Jason under a streetlight near Ojuelegba. The night air tasted of grilled suya and distant traffic horns. He pulled me close, his breath warm against my ear as he promised, "I'll keep you safe." For a moment, the whole world fell away, only his heartbeat and mine sinking together. But then my phone buzzed with a warning from Elijah. "Come home now, Tanya." My heart sank, but I stayed. I loved the danger too much. A week later, my secret unraveled. I found my brothers in the living room, each armed with a question. What is his real name? Where does he live? Why does his phone never ring except at midnight? They interrogated me like detectives, their faces grim. I could only cry, "I love him." Marcus punched the air. Anthony glared until tears blurred my sight. I fled to my room, the taste of betrayal bitter on my tongue. That night, I sneaked out for one last meeting on Tarkwa Bay Beach. The waves whispered secrets as Jason took my hand. He slid a silver key into my palm. "That's my father's safe house," he said. "I want you to trust me." I nodded, my chest swelling with hope. But when his phone rang again, he stared at the screen, anguish flaring in his eyes. He whispered an apology I couldn't hear, then bolted into the darkness. I ran after him, sand clinging to my feet, but he vanished. The next morning, I woke to chaos. My brothers had tracked me to the beach by sunrise. They found Jason's apartment key in my pocket and stormed the safe house. I raced there, bursting through the door to see 7 angry silhouettes dragging him into the street. "Stay away from her," Brandon roared. My heart twisted watching Jason, fists raised, stand his ground. He never begged. He never pleaded. As they shoved him toward the dusty road, Jason stopped and faced my brothers. The sun glinted off his eyes as he spoke. "I came here tonight to ask for your permission." The world froze. My father, Mr. Richards, and your father, Mr. Armstrong, have known each other since childhood. They arranged this match before either of us were born. I've only now proved I'd cross oceans to earn your trust. I love your sister, and I will honor every rule you set. May I have your blessing? Silence hung heavy. My brothers' fists wavered. The anger drained from their faces like water from a jug. Brandon let go first. He stepped forward, chest heaving, and placed a hand on Jason's shoulder. You stood when we tested you, he said quietly. Derek nodded, tears brimming. Elijah offered a shy smile. Nathan peered from behind, eyes wide. They turned to me, their faces soft. We were trying to protect you, Marcus admitted, voice thick. But it's clear you're safer with him by your side. Jason opened a small box and held out a silver ring engraved with our family crest, a dove and an anchor. My breath caught in my throat. I took the ring with trembling fingers, tears spilling. I pressed a kiss to Jason's knuckles and whispered, yes. In that moment, all the tension of the past weeks cracked wide open, replaced by laughter and relief. My brothers pulled us both into a group hug so fierce it felt like home. The hot Lagos sun climbed higher, warming our shoulders as if blessing our union. As we walked back down the dusty lane toward our compound, I slipped my hand into Jason's. The brothers fell into step around us, protective yet smiling. I glanced at Derek and smiled back, a silent thank you. Behind the gate, I saw my mother, Caroline, watching from the balcony with pride shining in her eyes. She waved, her bowl of freshly made agouti resting beside her. I caught her gaze and mouthed, it's okay. That night, under the glow of lanterns in our family courtyard, we feasted on suya and jollof, the sound of laughter rising like music. 7 brothers now welcomed Jason as one of their own. And I realized freedom wasn't about fleeing them. It was about choosing someone brave enough to stand beside me. Fists raised, not in anger, but in promise, as Jason leaned close and whispered, thank you. I knew this was only the beginning of our story, and that every challenge ahead we'd face together, as family.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.